Hey guys, today we're going to be making something called a paper mold and a deckle. So what you're going to need is one of the frames from your kit and one of the pieces of window screen. This is what it'll look like when you're done. So you're going to need some duct tape, doesn't matter what color. And I want you to notice the edge. You see where I put the tape on that edge? And what we're going to try and do is make it so that the tape is touching the frame and the screen, but not interfering anywhere where the paper pulp is going to go. So I've laid down my gray tape, and now I'm going to try. The first one you lay down is the hardest. So take your time with this. If you need a binder clip or someone to help you keep your tape down or keep your screen on, go ahead and get some help. What you're going to do is you're going to line that line of your tape up with the inside of that frame, and you're going to try as hard as you can not to let it go over. Can you see how you can't see the tape through that space there? I've got it lined up real good. Okay, and so then you let the tape stick to your window screen. You're going to rub it down, and you're going to make sure you've got at least enough room top and bottom to wrap the other side. Then you're going to pull up, and you always start from the middle, and just tack it down a little bit and then start moving it all the way through. Does that make sense? So the first side, you're not going to worry about stretching that frame at all. When we get to the other side, you're going to have to stretch stretch the window screen to the frame a little bit. So you're going to smooth it down, and the tape is perfectly long enough to get right into that groove and not go over. It's like perfect. I don't know how that worked out to be that the duct tape was the exact width, but it totally is. Okay, so now I'm going to do the other long side. I'm going to put down my duct tape, and again I'm just going to make sure that that line is going to be lined up with the inside of the frame as much as I can. So this side is a lot easier to do because you've already got one side attached, but you are going to want to pull that window screen tightly. Not super crazy tight, but you definitely want it some tight. Okay, see, it's a little bit, looks like it's a little bit sticking in too far, but watch what's going to happen is I'm going to make sure that it's tight. So this time I'm pulling it closer to myself so I can kind of get a feel for the tautness of the screen. If it's too baggy, you're not going to get a clean piece of paper when you print it. And again, you go from the middle and out to the edges. Get all those corners just like that. Try to make sure there's no tape sticking out into your frame space. Great. Now we got to do the top and the bottom. So same thing. This is easier though because now instead of turning it upside down, I can lay it right on top. Same thing, just following the line of my frame. Flip it over. Start from the middle. Uh-oh. I've got an edge. So we're going to have to trim these edges real quick. So we're just going to come in here and trim the little corner space. We're actually going to follow the edge of our frame on all the sides. And I like to do one side and rotate all the way around, and then I like to cut my corners, and so then I can be a little more careful. So just cutting off that little corner piece. I didn't quite get it. There we go. On the other side, so that when I fold it over, I'm not competing against extra window screen for bulk on my corners. See that little square? That's all we're doing. We're cutting those little squares on each of the four corners. Okay, now I can get back to taping. So again, I'm going to come from the center, wrap it around, make sure that the tape is sticking really well to the window screen on all sides, and then wrap it. Now, this might be easier for you to do it on the floor. It might be easy to do it on your lap. Just kind of see. I think I screwed up on this one, or maybe it's the next one. Also noticed, why is there a big green half dome in my shot? I don't know, guys. I was kind of tired. Oh, yep, see, I messed up. I'm just going to unpull it. It's not a big deal. I just wanted it smooth because I like smooth things. There we go. Okay, so then we're going to flip it around. We're going to do the other side. And remember, you're going to have to pull this side a little bit. So it's actually the easier pull to do of the two that you have to do. So line it really good. It looks like there's a shadow there. It is actually lined up to the edge of the frame. See, it was just a shadow from the window next to me. So I missed a little bit. It's a little bit crooked, but it'll still be fine. Now, I'm watching the tension to make sure it's, you know, nice, and you can kind of see how taut it has to be. It doesn't be super, super tight there, but definitely don't want any baggage, sagging. Don't want any sagging. That's what the word I'm looking for. So I'll just finish up here, do the same thing I've done on the other 4 sides. These frames work really well for this project because they're not actually wood. They're a kind of extruded plastic, and with the tape and the window screen, you're just not going to have a lot of problems with water damage. Okay, so now we need to finish up those corners, and all you're going to do is just going to cut a piece of tape. I'm not even going to show it to you, and you're just going to put that over the corner right there, just so you can see it right there and right there on all 4 corners, and that's it. That's how you make a paper mold and deckle.